Are we smart, Samuel?
Is the button go? Are we record now?
We Trekyards. We good.
YouTube work good. Video good. We go now.
Crimson subscribe button. Click. I'm
All-
Captain Foley, guys.
All hail the Pakleds. Long live the Pakleds.
Yes,
Never done in the history of mankind. I did it with all sincerity. That doesn't deserve some credit, guys.
Wow. We're back, guys. Trekyards is back. I'm Captain Foley.
I'm Connor Coggins, and yes, in the 37 seconds of Titan we got in Season 2, Episode 1 of Lower Decks, we did get Pakled fighters. Now, to remind you all, the Pakleds are very likely going to be the big bad of Lower Decks. And yes, that's serious, and yes, they actually can be quite deadly. Even so much that you put them in the task sequence as being against Borg, etc. So they're going to be a force, and they've already extended their armada to fighters chasing the Titan at the end of the episode as it goes towards some big wormholey thing. And as you're the ship guys, I found the frame of the most in focus and a comparison thing. Talk about them. Obviously, they're only in a few seconds, and I'm sure we're going to look at them again. But here we are. The ship guys. They've got a new ship.
So, I mean, these guys are chasing the Titan, and it's the first time we've seen them. So this is the first look. I don't know if we're going to see more of them. I'm sure we might. And it's odd because the Pakled ships we saw in Season 1 and at the beginning of this intro, in the intro of this one, they're all slightly different because they cobbled together different parts of other ships. These seem pretty uniform, almost like they commandeered a ship, and these were just the ships that they had, the fighters, so they're just using them now. So Pakled design, questionable, but it is what it is. So, and they're pretty cool looking, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they fly so quickly in the shot, it's hard to see them, hence why I'm really pleased that we've got a in frame. If you go to the second picture, you can see a better sense of the angles, because, you know, yeah, I mean, they're nice enough. I mean, what is a Pakled design? You know, in TNG, it was the reused kitbash ship of 500,000 aliens, so that isn't really a design. And then in Season 1, we got the brilliant hodgepodge, which was literally of other designs. They had a Romulan and Derek Wing, etc., etc. These aren't hodgepodge, and yet they are. Like, they have that hybrid feel of stuff's kind of stuck together, but it actually kind of makes a unified shape. Do we like that? I think I do.
I do. I like this design. Even that lower part that comes down adds a dimensionality to it that I really like. You know, it's an interesting ship. I would love to actually have this one from Eaglemoss. Let's be fair. Maybe it'll happen one day.
Well, they haven't yet to produce anything from Lower Decks, but
you get a quick glance of them kind of as they're chasing the Titan, and so I really appreciate the shots here to be able to look at it in more detail, which is what Trekyards is for, guys. Subscribe if you love ship stuff and want to see it in detail. But anyway.
One thing that stands out to me most is that I'm getting massive Y-wing vibes from that front.
Oh, yeah.
And it's somewhat distracting because it's like almost verbatim.
I didn't notice it until you said it. Now it's distracting.
It's a Y-wing front with a Enterprise refit impulse crystal on the top, which, you know, looks fine. And I do quite... I mean, it's visibly a cockpit, visibly a shuttle or a fighter. I'm also getting vibes of the alien weapon platform from Arsenal of Freedom in Season 1, the ones that had that big glowing phaser beam turret at the bottom, by having that extruding sort of lower tail. Vibes of that's how it feels. But it does feel a hodgepodge. It does feel more Star Wars to me. You know, it
feels Maquis. It feels Maquis.
Yes, I could buy that.
Maybe it is Maquis. I don't know.
I mean, hey, what if the Packers just found an old Maquis facility and stole their shuttles? There you go, easy. But I do like how many glows there are, how vibrant it feels, because you can imagine these things are overpowered for what they are, where some would just blow up because of misunderstanding the maintenance. So I quite like. Although I really wish that the two side pods were visibly photon torpedo launchers, like a bomber. I'm assuming that's what they're trying to be, but the detailing doesn't quite read into me with that, especially as all of the, like, look as if they're spore canisters that, you know, the handles are different directions. They're not even a unified form. So I kind of wish those were photon torpedo launchers that, and they'd be like, all these things are heavily armed. Maybe there will be. Who knows? But
It would be kind of cool, actually. But then they're like OP fighters for like you need an explanation of where they came from, or if they are Pakled design.
Did you see the Pakleds in season 1? They're OP.
That's true. That's true.
It's fun, you know, they put everything and the kitchen sink and the second kitchen sink and the third kitchen sink because you've got to do cooking all the time in a Pakled world, you know.
I kind of like the idea that maybe they're Maquis though, because the Maquis are wiped out at this point because of the Dominion. So maybe they found a abandoned Maquis facility and scoop these, because I kind of get a Maquis Raider feel from the front of this as well, but the color seems Cardassian and Klingon with the powers thing at the top, the red glow, and purple weapons. I'm trying to think if we know anybody that has purple weapons. I don't know. There's a lot here. They don't seem hodgepodge together though. It'd be interesting if they were all slightly different, but they're not. So.
I quite like the idea that maybe once Pakleds got so big, they just took prisoners and actually had a facility of sort of slaves or whatever, like, you know, and then or just build these small fighters that we like this go. So I could see that being also a thing. That's why they're more uniform, which I'm fine with. You know, I actually don't mind if it works.
They seem pretty powerful. Chasing down the Titan. There's only a few of them. So, looking forward to seeing more of these, perhaps in the next episode. Like we kind of speculated, the Titan thing is tacked on to the end of this episode. So we're assuming the next episode is going to be like 45% or more Titan, and start with the Titan, and then eventually end up on the Cerritos, perhaps, or the Cerritos comes to save the day or something. But yeah, hopefully we'll see more of these, and maybe the motherships they came from. Who knows? We might get an explanation as to where they're actually from. So, if they're not Pakled in design, so
I'd love to see lots more Pakled weird things. Gimme. They're interesting.
Maybe they developed an actual Crimson force field.
It's stuck in their minds over several decades. They work, and they're not as fun as the other ones, but that's all okay. So yeah, guys, just a brief fun look at the other ship we saw in this episode. Of course, you know that we just released the Cerritos refit first look. That's a bit more all in, because boy, they did a lot of subtle changes and a few bigger changes. Go back and check that out. And of course, coming this week, lots of small things looking at Cardassians, Wrath of Khan era, etc. There's so much, Stuart, and we have yet to film them all, and film some, and we're sort of in between, and you'll watch them, and then hopefully you'll tune in for our lives. Support us via Super Chats. Ask some questions, share, get people around. I'll leave you the rest to say, as I've just given most of the talk at the end.
That's right. Well, hit like. Don't forget to click the notification bell icon to all, and comment. Comments are important. It's interacting with the channel, and we appreciate that. So comment down below what you thought about the ship. Did you know it was a Pakled ship? Even though apparently they said it. Let us know in the comment section, and we'll see you next time. Until then, he's still Commander Cockings.
He is still Captain Foley, and we go now.
Yeah, he's smart. He'll edit and make us go.
Then you see this one come out unedited, and we have these awkward moments. It's like, oh.
So you're not going to edit this part out? You're just going to leave this at the end?
I don't know. Let's see what Pakled and me says.
So what do you want to do next?